or the night at least.
Yeah.
Getting back to the schmaz or battle royals or whatever, the sheer athleticism of so many of the athletes in wrestling today, um, are we missing in the training in these performance centers? Are we missing out on like the close combat type stuff? Is there such an emphasis on hitting the ropes and coming off the rope and the arm drags and everything that
All right,
just
here's
the
one for you.
basic being in a corner and throwing realistic punches which
Yeah,
look
it's
like they're knocking your
name
jaw off?
name a guy that's been in the business less than 4 years that throws a great punch.
Less than 4 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. Just like not like not Orton, not not somebody that's been doing this for. I mean, name
Of today's roster? Or
Yeah.
because a lot of guys I watched as a kid threw hellacious punches. But well, I don't know.
I think Damian Priest throws a good punch. I mean, but he's also elevated. Like the guys that can do it are elevated quickly, and they're put to the forefront. Like he's always had a good look. Like he's a bigger guy. Like last night, even though he was framed, or last Monday, that he was framed closest to the camera where he's going to look bigger, he just is a bigger guy. So when the Uso, the bloodline was, up against them, it made more sense for Damian to have had the conversation with Paul, because, but if I'm Finn, I'm like, well, you couldn't smart me the fuck up before we walked out.
But so are they trained to punch? Are they shown to punch?
Yeah.
Is time spent on this?
I'm sure it is, but it's just like what happens is you get into to spot fest mode. So instead of like throwing a punch and letting the guy sell the punch and then picking him up and pushing him, like I said, the worst thing you can do is throw 3 bad punches just to back a guy up so you can throw him off the rope, when you can kick him in the stomach and double him over and send him off right from there. If you don't want contact, he can duck it on 2 steps just as easy as it actually looks better, because a lot of times you're cocking instead of, like, the worst thing on earth is when you send a guy off and it's duck the clothesline and the guy really doesn't duck enough, so you have to do the old lay over the top of him.
Oh, right.
Which is, I mean, that's rotten 101.